The city was alive, horns blaring, vendors shouting, lights flickering off glass towers that touched the sky. But inside one of those towers, behind thick hospital glass, time was standing still. A faint beeping sound echoed through a sterile white room. The air smelled of disinfectant and quiet fear. On the bed lay Lily Monroe, the only daughter of a powerful millionaire. Her face was pale, her lips dry, her eyes tired from endless nights of pain. Doctors whispered outside her door. 3 days, maybe less, one said softly. Her father, Mr. Monroe, stood frozen, his designer suit wrinkled for the first time in his life. Money had always solved everything, but not this. Lily had a rare heart condition. No donor had been found. Across the street, life was different. On a cracked sidewalk, barefoot kids played soccer with a torn-up ball. Among them was Sam, a thin boy of about 14, wearing clothes too big for him and a smile too bright for his world. He sold flowers at traffic lights, daisies, roses, anything he could afford. When the light turned red, he'd run between cars shouting, "Fresh flowers, for someone you love!" People ignored him. Some rolled up their windows, but Sam never lost his cheer. He always said, "Kindness is free, so I can afford it." That day, as he crossed the street, he noticed the girl in the window, pale, staring out with sadness. Their eyes met for just a moment. She smiled faintly, and for some reason, his heart skipped. The next morning, Sam stood by the hospital gate. He wasn't sure why. He just knew that the girl in the window looked like she needed a flower. He saved his best white rose, the only one he had, and asked the guard, "Please, can you give this to the girl in room 208? The guard frowned. "This isn't a charity, kid. Move along." Sam's smile faltered, but he didn't give up. So every day, for 3 days straight, he left one flower at the hospital gate. He didn't know if she got them, but he hoped she did. Inside, Lily saw those flowers on her table every morning. Her nurse said they came from a street boy, and for the first time in weeks, she laughed softly. "Tell him. Thank you," she whispered. On the 4th night, Lily's condition worsened. Machines beeped faster. Nurses rushed in. Her father shouted for the doctors. "Do something! I'll pay whatever it takes!" But there was nothing to buy. Outside, the same guard who had shooed Sam away ran toward the street. "Hey, boy, they need blood. Her type is rare. AB negative. You're small, but maybe you can help." Sam didn't hesitate. "Take it all if it helps her live." The doctor tested his blood. Perfect match. He donated, pale and shaking but smiling. When the nurse asked, "Why risk your life for a stranger?" Sam whispered, "Because she smiled at me when no one else did." Before we continue, pause for a moment. If you believe that even the smallest act of kindness can change a life, hit like, comments, share this story, and subscribe to Kindness Valley. Because real heroes don't wear suits. They wear compassion. Hours later, Lily's heart stabilized. The doctors couldn't explain it. Her vitals were improving faster than expected. When she woke up, the first thing she saw was Sam, lying on the next bed, weak but smiling. "You," she whispered. "You're the flower boy." He nodded. "And you're the girl who smiled." Tears filled her eyes. "You saved me." Sam shook his head softly. "You saved me first. You made me feel seen." Her father entered the room, speechless, humbled. For the first time, he looked at the boy not with status but with gratitude. "Son, I owe you everything." Sam smiled faintly. "You don't owe me anything, sir. Just promise me she'll always have flowers." Weeks later, the hospital garden bloomed with color. Mr. Monroe had turned it into a flower park for sick children, named Sam's Garden. Lily visited often, walking slowly but smiling brighter each day. Sam? He wasn't selling flowers anymore. He was helping plant them, paid and cared for by the family he once watched from afar. Every morning he placed one white rose on a hospital window, just like before, and every time their eyes met, Lily whispered, "You gave me life, Sam." He would smile and reply, "No, you gave me purpose." Sometimes the richest hearts beat in the poorest chests. Kindness doesn't need wealth, just courage, and miracles don't always come from heaven. Sometimes they come from the streets. He didn't feel small. He felt seen, and she didn't just survive. She learned to live again. If this story touched your heart, share it so kindness can keep growing, one act at a time. Subscribe to Kindness Valley for more true stories that heal and inspire. Never judge by appearances. Kindness Valley, protect.